How you doing, everybody? Welcome to a men's therapy. Therapy made for men. This is a platform for men's therapy. You say, why only men? Because men need a safe space. Men need to collect their thoughts. Men need other men to come up with advice or counsel on what men a therapy looks like or what it sounds like. This is a safe space for men to interact with other men. I am excited, brothers and sisters, men, audience, and viewers who are interested in men needing therapy. This is not your normal therapy session. This is just a therapy. It's called a man's therapy because men being men for other men by men. So this is a safe space. Like, comment. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please go here. Please go right here and just, come up with some ideas or suggestions on how to improve this right here. You say, can women input? Yes, because this is for all audiences. So, with that being said, I am the creator and content creator of a man's therapy. Now, here's the dilemma. The dilemma is this. You say, can we remarry? You say, can we find a spouse? You say, how can I find someone that understands my point of view? Well, ask yourself this question. What do you want them to know about your point of view? Now, have you created something where everyone can come talk to you? Have you created a profile where they can be drawn to you? Have you created anything out of the ordinary that allows space for others to come into your space? Listen, are you inside of a bubble where nobody can talk to you outside of your little bubble? Now, here's the thing. Some of you are not realizing that men need understanding. You said, why do men need understanding? Okay, for the women viewers or anyone watching, men need clarity. Clarity means they need a clear mindset on what it is to understand about remarrying and also understand about relationship. What is the difference between the two? Now, if you go to Matthew 19 and 9, there's a story in there that talks about remarriage. Jesus teaches about that. Now you say, what does it teaches? Okay. Now I'm going to share with you. 19 and 9. Jesus teaches that divorce is permissible only if cases of sexual immorality. I heard that. Only if cases permissible if there's sexual immorality. And some of you say, well, how can that be? If remarry, it's just be remarried. Only reason why some remarry is because they want to have another partner they can do things with. Now you clarify that in so many terms because sometimes we don't understand the clarity of remarriage and relationship. Are they the same? Remarrying is after someone passed, or after they pass, your wife or your husband, the wife can remarry anybody she wants to after the man has passed. For the man, he cannot divorce is unacceptable in God's eyes, not in man's eyes. God despises divorce. Why? Because divorce can bring a separation between a man and a woman. It splits apart. And you said why marriage is different than a relationship. Now, when you start your relationship, right? When you first start in a relationship, your first time ever in a relationship, here's the breakdown. The breakdown is this. If I start a relationship, some of you start off just not nobody understanding your point of view. Now, how we come? Here's the key component: open your heart to something new. Open your mind to something new. Examine yourself to something new. But how do you do that? You got to create something for others to ask you things about you. But if you don't create something for them to ask, well, they know where to go. Create something like this and just come up with a concept about how others can perceive you. See, this is something I created because I wanted man to have some, they need a clarity. This is to clear your thought process, to your thoughts turn into clarity. How? Because you're allowing thoughts, whatever you hear and see is coming into your thought process. And you say, well, what can I do to change that? Block it. Block whatever you're hearing in the outside world. Don't bring it into your home. Block whatever you're hearing on the outside world. Don't bring the world into your home. Keep the world outside and keep whatever is sacred in your home. Because when you bring the world from the outside to your home, guess what you're doing? You're inviting advances, which means you're inviting things and things coming in through your home to to infect whatever environment that's sacred. See, your home, where your remarriage is, where your marriage or you being remarried is sacred. That's solid ground. Now, this is something that some of you don't understand. Solid ground means you're building something where it's unshakable, and people have to readjust. The way you readjust to that is that you don't allow anything on the outside to come into your home. If you're remarried and your spouse has passed on to the next place, when you're remarried, keep that marriage inside the home so you won't talk about the one that passed. Keep that in your home. Don't bring the outside world to your new marriage relationship. Don't bring any outside parties to your new relationship. Here's a lot of mistake that some of you do. You'll bring someone in, move them in, be a roommate, and then here they come attacking you and your household and your spouse. And you say, wait a minute, I question that. You should question that. Why? Because the thing is, if you don't question it, guess what? The third party sees you as potential primary target. They can target your spouse. They can do things to get you outside the house to lure your spouse in. They can lure, you said lure, they can attract your spouse to them because it's something that's there that surprises them and say, wow, I did not know they knew these things. And whatever your spouse is listening to, whatever they crave for, it's a craving, a desire. That's a desire because a desire is they desire something new. So whatever your spouse is desiring, they want to hear that. Why? Because it's something new. Somebody else ideas are coming in and they're invading your space. When they invade your space, the little liars that are inside of them, they wanna devour your household. They wanna entangle your household with just lies. Be careful of that. Be mindful who you bring in to your household. Yeah, you say this is kind of tricky. Okay, what if they're my best friend? Be careful who you bring in your household. What if they was a long time companion, a friend from high school? Be careful who you bring into your household. Be watchful and pray. Watch and pray and ask, get like a spiritual discernment, which means discern whatever you bring in, whoever is coming in, discern that because be watchful because you don't know what you're bringing into your household. You don't know who or what this person may be saying or bringing into your household because you're bringing outside things into your new household, your new relationship, your new remarrying the person you're with. See, the one you with is already fit for you. And if they fit for you, guess what? Don't bring no one else into your household. But what you're doing, you're allowing forces that are unseen to come into your household that is unclean lips, which means they are spreading poison into your house secretly to take whatever you have from you. You say, how could that be? I trust them. Okay. Number one, you trusting too many people around you. You're trying to build something that's long lasting. You're trying to build a unity or manage a household that is with someone you're building a long lasting relationship with. Now, some of you like, man, that sounds fantastic. It is fantastic because you know what's fantastic about building something with somebody you love? It's about love. It's about coming together, loving one another. That's a principle. To love one another as you love yourself. To love one another as you because if you love yourself, then you'll love one another. Make sense? That's a principle, a biblical principle. If you love yourself so much, then you got to show love to others. You want to have a lasting, eternal relationship. Now, you say, why eternal? Because whatever you do on earth is whatever you do is already written up above. Now, relationships. Some of y'all get a spouse. Man, this person's not right. But you pick that person to be your girlfriend or boyfriend. Man, they always saying the wrong thing. But you pick that person to hang out with. Man, they're a terrible friend. But you pick that person to be around. You picked them. Why? Because you thought they were the person you dreamed about. You thought about. Listen, okay? Let me share something. Ding, 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 ding. In this corner, the heavyweight ranked champ. In this corner, the challenger, the person you bring into your house. Undisputed relationship champion. Listen, you cannot repeat. Bring some stranger in your house to they in your house. That's a stranger, even though you knew them before. But how are they now? When you bring them in, right? You bring them in your house. This is my buddy. This is my friend. Whatever. Here's the thing: when you bring this person in your house, do you know them very well? What were they doing before they came into your house? What were they doing? Were they doing the same thing, being nice, being kind to others? How were they treating people? How were they treating their family? Remember, you got to see their actions because their actions are speaking to you. You got to see their behavior because their behaviors are speaking to you. The universe is giving you clear signs as to who this person is. And once you find out what they really like, however they treat others outside when you're with them, is how they're going to treat you when they come into your house. They're going to break up your household because they see what you have and they want that. They need that. They desire that. But how are they going to get it through you? Because they see what you have, right? They visualize, oh, they have nice things. So they want to take whatever you were given, right? Whatever you were given, and they want those things. Remember, you got to be careful who your enemies are because your enemies can be someone you knew for a long time. Your enemy can be the person that you thought was your homeboy, your homegirl. Can I keep it 100? You gotta be careful who your homeboy, homegirl, and who your best friend you call best friend is. Remember, whoever you calling your friend, there's no one who's your friend because they say they are, you can't trust them. Don't trust them right away. You got to get to know who they are first before you move them into your household. Because this is what I learned. I don't trust, even if you my friend, I still have to see your actions, your behavior, how you think, how you treat others. If you treat others with disrespect, hey, we're good. This is why you got to be mindful of who your friends are. Some of y'all get in the way, y'all get fearful. Well, I'm going to lose my friend. It's a reason why they no longer there. They're being removed. Why? Because some of y'all so afraid to lose that one because you want to fit in. Listen, it's a reason why they not around you, because they don't fit into something you're trying to build. Remember that. They don't fit into something you're trying to build with your partner or your girlfriend or boyfriend. There's someone they're trying to build with. People destroy their lives because they don't know them. You seen them, you haven't seen them in 10 years, and then you move them in to as a roommate. And then here they come, targeting everything around you, want to snatch what you have. But some of y'all are so trusty and blind at the same time, you don't realize where's the love. You gotta look for love inside of a relationship or remarrying or any marriage. Dating too. People don't date now. People go with the next one who can do something for them. Don't allow these people to be in your home, because you don't want your home to be poisoned with the outside world. You want your home to be a home that's quiet, in silence, and in peace. Some of y'all will bring someone in and be like, hey, they my buddy. How do you know they're your buddy? Do you know them? Do you know where they went to? Do you know how they got to where they are? Why are they by themselves all of a sudden? Wasn't they with this person? Now here they come into you, telling you a story, and then they see who you with and they target them. Yeah, I want that. So they try to snatch them up, right? Snatch them up from you, because you are, God gave you this blessing, and they're like, well, how did they get all this stuff? Remember, be very mindful of who you bring into your home, brothers and sisters, because whoever you bringing in, I don't care if they're your friend 20 years, protect what's yours. Is that something that you were given to build? It was something you was given to live by. It was something that you was given that's protected and sacred, because it's a unity or covenant to manage these things. But some of y'all make a mistake of saying this is your friend, but that could be your enemy. But you have to love your enemies. It said, why I love my enemy? You have to pray for your enemy. But some of y'all don't pray. Y'all just bring whoever in your house and talking about that's your buddy. You need to pray before you bring this individual into your home, because you don't know what you're bringing in. And then some of y'all are so blind because you think, oh, this is my buddy. We are cool. We hanging out, whatever. Okay, let me tell you, fellas, men, be very watchful and pray who you bring in your house. Pray first before you bring them in, and then get a confirmation from above to see, okay, is this the right individual, Lord, to bring into my house? Once he give you a sign, he gonna bring someone for you to help you build something long lasting. You hear that word, long lasting. Okay, final thought. Remember, be careful, be watchful, and pray before you bring anybody in your home that's sacred. Before you bring them in, pray on it and watch and pray. All right. Till next time, a man's therapy. Rasheed Martin. See you next time. I'm out.